Hi everyone, Yetundey here, and in this video I'd like to introduce you to Arturia's mixed drums. In this detailed tutorial, we'll explore how a mixed drum sounds and what makes it special. For the best listening experience, we recommend using headphones. Okay, let's get started. Mixed drums is a powerful yet accessible effect designed to enhance your drum sound with character, energy, and weight. It enhances the perceived impact of drums, making them fuller, punchier, and more powerful while maintaining peak level, so it is friendly to your overall mix processing. Created in collaboration with Emre Ramazanoglu, producer, mixer, and drummer, Mixed Drums is based on Emre's real-world drum processing techniques, capturing one of his creative and innovative approaches. By distilling his use of parallel distortion, transient shaping, filtering, and clipping into a simple, intuitive interface, Mixed Drums makes powerful drum processing accessible to even non-specialists. Before we dive in, here's how the plugin can transform your drums. We'll start with a pretty weak, uninspiring loop, and then hear how Mixed Drums elevates the production in a variety of directions. Let's start with a basic understanding of the main interface. Input sets the peak level of your source material, ensuring optimal signal strength for accurate and consistent processing throughout the effect. Low defines how the low frequency content is processed. Mid-high controls the treatment of the mid-high content. Space applies a sense of depth using reverb or delay effects. EQ helps fix frequency issues and fine-tune your tone. Output sets the final output level. Before any distortion or shaping takes place, it's crucial to set the input ceiling. Clicking Auto Set analyzes incoming peaks and positions the ceiling accordingly. Engaging Ceiling Lock preserves your level when auditioning presets. Once your ceiling is set, inspect the crossover frequency. By default, it sits around 100 Hz, sending frequencies below to the low band and everything above to the high mid. Use the spectrum visualizer, the summed output in white, and each band in full color to see precisely how the split interacts with your material. The low band starts with the Op-Amp 21 distortion circuit, modeled on the classic Sans amp pedal, famed for its rich, smooth character. Engage it and use the drive knob to dial in warmth and harmonic weight, then blend it back against the unprocessed dry path using the dry level control. Use your ears to find the right balance between dry and distorted signals to achieve your desired kick tone and character. Beneath the saturation stage lies the transient shaper. This isn't just attack and release. It independently sculpts how punchy or soft your low transients feel. Crank attack gain and shorten attack time for punchy kicks to soften and sustain, raise body gain, and lengthen body time. Because the shaper sits after both the dry and distortion path, even after heavy processing, it preserves precise control over kick definition. Solo the low band here to hone in on just the low frequencies. Switch to the mid-high band to access the tape drive inspired by the sound of tape mellow-fi. Start with drive at around 50% for a touch of harmonic richness, and use the tone control to enhance or reduce the low mids in your source material. Next is the multi-mode distortion, offering an array of colors, from subtle analog emulations and digital bit reduction to aggressive wave shaping. With a high-pass filter before and both a high-pass and low-pass filters after the distortion engine, you target exactly which frequencies get that flavorful character. For example, start by setting the pre-HPF around 700 Hz and then use the low-pass filter, also known as the distortion crossover, at around 3 to 10 kHz to define what gets hit in the distortion. From there, you can push the drive to taste and blend the unprocessed clean highs back in. Completing the section is the mid-high transient shaper, identical in control to its low-band sibling. Use it to control the overall punch or softness of the path, or to shorten or boost the body overall. With your bands recombined, press the space button to introduce depth through either reverbs or delays. The mode selector offers 4 core effects: algorithmic reverb, convolution reverb, digital delay, and tape delay. Algo reverb delivers flexible play, tall, and creative spaces via classic digital algorithms. Convo reverb reloads real-world or imaginative impulse responses, everything from cathedral halls to alien landscapes. Delay gives tempo sync and millisecond timing with ping-pong padding, while tape delay adds modal tape saturation within the feedback loop. The send knob governs how much signals feeds into the effect. Notably, lowering it won't chop off the existing tails, making it ideal for dynamic automation during song transitions or breakdowns. Click the Advanced Panel Space tab to reveal high-pass and low-pass filters that shape your effect's tonality, plus the spectrum visualizer that overlays wet energy in color. Beneath, you'll find the 3 dynamic effects. Ducker sidechains the space back under your dry drums, lowering reverb when the dry hits, ensuring punch stays in front and center. Tremolo uses an LFO to rhythmically modulate your reverb or delay tails. Great for pumping atmospheres. Gate shuts off tails once the next hit arrives, recreating that iconic 80s gated drum sound. After the space section, the output stage helps finalize your processing of your final mix. Use the low and mid-high balance knobs to fine-tune how both bands sit together in the overall sound. Click the EQ tab to access a 3-band corrective EQ. Bands 1 and 3 can switch between bell and shelf modes, while band 2 is always a bell. Adjust frequency, gain, and Q while monitoring the dual spectrum display. Pre-EQ in color, post-EQ in white, so you can instantly see the impact of every tweak. This section is ideal for subtle corrections when a frequency feels slightly off balance. Just keep in mind, since this EQ feeds into a final clipper, large boosts may introduce additional saturation. Right next to EQ is the noise section. Choose from a curated vinyl crackle, mechanical hum, or interference noise. Selecting pre-noise routes it through all processing stages, yielding aggressive lo-fi grit. Post places it after every effect, adding a clean layer of texture. Adjust level to your own taste. A whisper of noise can bring drums to life, and a heavy dose can transform them into vintage dusty loops. Finally, set your output level and choose Studio or Render oversampling. Studio mode keeps CPU usage low for real-time performance. Render mode, automatically engaged during DAW export, maximizes fidelity for your final bounce. The usage of this processor is really dependent on your source material. If you have massive drums already that just need to sit a little better, you maybe can touch the transient sections a little, a hint of tape drive, warm up the low end, and maybe drop the overall volume if it's perceptively a lot louder now. If you want to transform some weak drums completely, we recommend starting with a preset that's close to what you're looking for and then adjusting the balance of the low end to taste. Tweak the balance between the tape and distortion sections, and finally adjust the transient shaping and EQ. Another tip is to use the processor as intended and then release the peak level constraint and compensate for the big jump in volume with output control. This accentuates the original transients and punch in a big way and can be a great alternative workflow depending on your mix architecture, of course. A little can go a long way, but it also loves being pushed, so enjoy and play around with it. That concludes our in-depth tour of mixed drums. Now it's your turn to load up your drum bus, experiment with each control, and discover the endless possibilities mixed drums brings to your productions. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye.